Hey everybody, it's Daryl back again. I just want to do a quick little video. I'm sitting waiting on my load to be ready, so if you hear the truck running in the background, that's what it is. I drive a truck for a living. So the little video today is going to be on beekeeping, what you need to do if you want to start beekeeping, and all that other good stuff. First, very important thing is to make sure you are not allergic to the bees. If you get stung and you itch and it swells up, you're not allergic to bees. You're having a reaction. Being allergic and having a reaction is two separate things. If you get stung and you have trouble breathing, you're allergic to honeybees. Learn all you can about beekeeping. Don't be that person on Facebook, on these beekeeping pages, that are asking the question, what is this shiny stuff in the cells of my hive? I see it all the time. What is this white stuff in the cells? What is this in these cells? If you do not know what pollen looks like in a frame, if you do not know what nectar looks like in a frame, if you do not know what eggs and larvae looks like in a frame, you do not need to have bees. You need to be educated on your bees so that when stuff comes up, you know what it is. Of course, there's always going to be things that you don't know, and it's fine, but those are the things you need to be able to recognize in a frame. So take a class, watch hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos, and you will learn what all this stuff is in the frames. It's very important to know that. Beekeeping is not something you just want to jump in on blindly. Join a club. Here in North Carolina, we got the NC Beekeepers Association website, thingamabobber, I don't remember exactly what they call it. But it lists all the up and coming beekeeping events that are happening in North Carolina. It also gives you county by county the clubs that are in the county. Say I'm in Sampson County here in North Carolina, and that's the club. The club that's in Sampson County is probably about 30 minutes from me. The one in Cumberland County is probably about the same thing. Just because you stay in Sampson County doesn't mean you can't go to Cumberland County to the beekeepers meet. You might like the people in Cumberland County more than you do in Sampson County. I like them all, so it don't really matter to me. I don't go to the club meetings like I should because I just don't have time. But when you're first starting out, you need to get into a club. The things they talk about in the clubs, the stuff that people's having problems with their bees. They talk about the if there's a honey flow going on and everything else. It's really good information. They give out door prizes in Sampson County. I'm not sure about Cumberland County, but I know in Sampson County you can run in a chance of winning a queen cage, just markers, just all kind of stuff to help you with your beekeeping. And it's fun to just go and talk to other people that are beekeepers. It's best to start beekeeping in the spring. If you're thinking about becoming a beekeeper, you need to get all your stuff that you need for beekeeping, and you need to order your packages and your nukes in the springtime. Most people take orders starting in January. Now there's two options you can do. You can either order a package. Packages are either 2 or 3 pounds of bees, and depending upon who you talk to, they can be anywhere between 3,000 to 10,000 bees. I think there's probably around 6,000 bees in a 3-pound package of bees, and but that's just the number I think. When you get a package of bees, what it is it's bees that they have shook into a package, and then they got a queen that they put in a cage, and they put that queen with that package. That is not the original queen for that package. When you take her out of there and put her in the hive with the bees, you need to make sure that they do not release her right away, because if they do, they will kill her. It takes them a couple of days to get used to her. That's the reason why most of them's got a cork or a cap on the queen cage, and then after a day or two you can take that cork off and give them time to eat through the queen candy. And queen candy is just a mixture of sugar and corn syrup to make a thick paste, and it takes them about 2 to 3 days to get through that. Nukes, it's called a nucleus colony. They can go anywhere from a 3-frame nuke to a 5-frame nuke. Normally if it's a 3-frame nuke, you normally have a frame of brood, one of honey, and then another one that's got a mixture of probably pollen, honey, and brood too. If you go up to a 5 frame, it's still the same thing. Some people actually throw a frame of foundation in there. Depends on where you get them at, whether what you get. Packages can go anywhere from, I've seen them anywhere from 80 to 120 bucks. Nukes can go from 120 bucks. I've seen them all the way up to 170, 180 bucks. The advantage of a nuke, you can put that nuke in a 10 frame box, put some foundation on either side of them, and them bees will take off and you're ready to rock and roll. Queens lay in, everything's good. Package of bees, you shake them into a box, give them a few days to let the queen out, let them draw some frames and stuff out, get everything going. Sometimes the bees just leave. They call it absconding. They might not like you, they might not like the box, or they just might not like anything about what's going on, and they could leave. They say 10% of the packages sold leave. I've never had a problem with it. I think I've bought probably 5 or 6 packages, and they've done good. I don't have a problem with it, but if you can find a nuke, to me, a nuke is the way to go. It's best to have 2 hives if you're going to start beekeeping, and you have the money. Get the equipment for 2 hives. Now the reason why I'm saying that is, if you have a hive to go queenless, say you're looking in your hive and you roll your queen and kill her, or something happens and she just up and dies, you can pull resources from the other hive and help the other hive out. What I'm saying is if you got a queenless hive, you go in your other hive, pull out a frame that's got brood and eggs in it, and put it in that other hive, and they can requeen themselves. If you've only got 1 hive, you can't do that. Unless you can get your hand on a queen from another beekeeper, or you can get up with another beekeeper and maybe they can give you or sell you a frame of brood, so you can put it in there and let them requeen it. That's your other option. Now if you're going to go that route, you got to live pretty close, because eggs and larvae do not survive very long out of the hive. So my suggestion is, if you're going to start beekeeping, get 2 hives. Make sure you have a good place for them. If you live in a subdivision or a country club, or you've got neighbors within a couple 100 feet of you, you might want to check with them where you get bees. Because once you get bees, everybody in the neighborhood is allergic to honeybees. It happens all the time. I see it all the time. So before you buy bees, make sure everybody within screaming distance of you, a real good high pitch scream, is not allergic to bees or doesn't have a problem with it. Because if you get them, you will have problems if you have not checked with your neighbors first. Another thing is, make sure they don't have a swimming pool. If they have a swimming pool, if it's a saltwater pool, they don't mess with those quite as much as they do a chlorinated pool. Honeybees love chlorinated water. Don't know why, they just do. They hate clear or clean water. So swimming pools, bird baths, stuff like that, bees flock to them. So just a heads up on that. If you're going to get bees and you got real close neighbors, you might want to check with them first. Equipment. You'll have to order hives, frames, foundation, hive tools, smoker, and your protective equipment. That's the bare minimum of what you're going to have to get. They've got kits, Man Lake, Brushy Mountain. You can order kits off of Amazon. There's a whole bunch of different bee suppliers out there. You can order a starter package and it comes with all that. It can range anywhere from $300 on up to probably $600 or $700. It just depends upon what you get. So beekeeping is a little expensive on the top end, but you're going to have to buy equipment. Once you get your bees up and going, I would not expect honey in the first year. You'll get some honey the second year, but if you're getting into beekeeping just for the honey, it's cheaper to buy. I'll go ahead and tell you straight up, it's cheaper to buy honey than it is to buy the hives and equipment and all the other stuff to go along with it. Like I said, if you're buying bees just for the honey, just buy it. It's cheaper. I promise you in the end it will be. But once your bees are established and you get it going, you have the bite. If you want to, you can do extractors. If you don't want to put out the money for extractors, then you can do the crush and strain method. I got videos on both of those out there if you want to check them out. Let's see, I think that's pretty much it as far as if you want to become a beekeeper. I can't think of anything else. But if you are going to do the beekeeping thing, educate yourself. That is the biggest thing. People get into beekeeping, don't know anything about it. They get bees and then the stuff starts falling apart. They don't understand what's going on. The big thing is to educate yourself. Do not be that person. So hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's having a good week. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'm going to start putting out some videos that is geared for the beginner beekeepers, people that are thinking about getting into beekeeping and just stuff like that. We're going to try to start putting out some funny stuff about bees. Thanks to all my subscribers. Hope y'all are doing good. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.